Hello, welcome back, viewers. Yes, your favorite trio is back in the booth recording.
Season 2.
Yes, season 2. Yeah, Rent was running a little bit low, so we had to come back. Nah, just joking. But we're back again.
What are you talking about?
We're back again with our Ball Over the Top podcast, and we're coming back at you with season 2. Expect a lot of big action. Expect an upgrade in production, and just upgrade all around as we become seasoned veterans in this communication
we finally
space.
got the better room, so we have better mics. Not like the other room, but it's okay.
But let's start off
Improvement.
with some more energy because I feel like the energy right now is low in the room. And he sends it through another Ball Over the Top podcast episode
I don't think
coming to you.
I don't
Before
think
we
the
get
energy
into our
is.
topic, can we just please, I'm sorry, breaking news, when people see this episode on this day, AD got traded to the Wizards.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I need to understand what Dallas is doing, just because
Crazy.
Dallas literally said, we're going to trade Luka, generational talent,
Mm-hmm.
get AD, or AKA street clothes, in return, and then somehow flipped him to the Wizards for a bag of chips and a bunch of peanuts and marbles. I don't understand. But anyways, Today we're going to be talking about some of the managers that have been, going in and out of the football world. So, managers that got sacked, managers that got hired, how they're doing. Talk a little bit about that, and then
And not just managers,
managers
players as
too.
well.
I forgot
Players.
because
player
we
signings as well.
just ended winter transfer window,
Yep.
and then we have to talk about it.
I was getting to that. You guys.
You know, 100%.
It's okay.
But yeah, so before we even begin, what do we even think about the manager market and how clubs are, people might say, treating them? What do we think?
Well, some of the information that I have here, I went based off of stuff that I've really taken notice in terms of seeing on social media through articles and also other forms of like journals and stuff like that I could read for this stuff. And honestly, I think my biggest thing that I have here in terms of my notes is the whole Liam Rosenwar signing. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Whatever. Signing to Chelsea, because out of all the managers that I've written about, besides I'd say, I think one more is Carrick, Michael Carrick for the United.
Yeah.
Those two are the only managers that have been signed recently that are actually making a very big impact on their teams and on the leagues that they're in. So,
Yeah,
let's talk about
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
So, their old manager Maresca was sacked January 1st.
Yeah, literally on New Year's. What
New
a
Year's
present.
Day, they said, Happy New Year 2026, you can leave.
Yeah.
Signed Liam and to a 5.5-year deal, which will have him till 2032.
2032, correct?
Think of this. In 8 matches, he has 6 wins and only 2 losses. And Jaden might be happy about this one, but the 2 losses came to Arsenal. So he's probably like, yeah, I know. Which I still don't know how you guys haven't bottled the league yet.
Carabao finals.
I mean,
We'll
we
move
kind of
past
already
what he
talked
just
about
said.
it, but I feel like the way they're going, the way everyone is playing, not Arsenal, the way everyone else is playing. Arsenal has a
I
really
need
good.
Arsenal to bottle the league.
Arsenal has a really good chance winning this league.
No.
No, generational.
Not
hate
just
watch
like
right here.
they're kind of considering quadruple right now. So
No.
I'm
No,
down.
okay,
not
I
winning
think-
UCL.
okay, I
Don't
think-
even.
I think we need to relax on that, dog.
But yeah,
Going that
both losses to Arsenal. One of those wins was a big 3-2 win over Napoli in the Champions League.
Yes.
Very big game.
I feel like Chelsea has a really good team, like young team for
Yeah.
sure, but they have
100%.
really good players. Like Esavao is really good.
Caicedo.
Caicedo is really good. Enzo Fernandez is doing pretty good as
I
a,
don't
like a, as a team leader.
Yeah.
He's showing that Argentinian confidence and Argentinian passion for Chelsea, and like it's really showing.
And,
I feel like it's the same thing for United as well. Like they have a really good young team. I don't know what Emery was doing with it. I know what he was doing, and we're gonna get into
we'll
it.
get
I know,
to United for
but
sure.
I feel like Chelsea needed someone to like look at that confident young team and then work with them, not just like tell them what to do, but like work with them to like build that team and take it to higher level. And I think like the confidence that I also don't know how to pronounce his name. So I'm with you. So I'm with you.
It's like Liam
But
Rosenor?
Row senior. So
Row senior?
Yeah. So senior, row senior.
I thought it was like Rosenwa.
Row senior. That's how.
Yeah.
Pronounce
Even in his interviews, like what he's been saying and doing on the page, like it's kind of magic.
Yeah, he's been performing well. The funny thing is, even though he's performing well, at least what I heard from some Chelsea's side of view is that they were uninspired by that Paphos win, even though they did come up with the win for it to be only 1-0 against Paphos. I think that's been only the one tarnish since he's been coming to there, but otherwise it's definitely difficult to beat Arsenal. I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of the team, but it wasn't like they got blown out of the water. So like 3-2 is still a good fight, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, it's going to be interesting to see how things play out, because it's not even like Maresca was a bad manager. I think he was still pretty solid, but her seniors definitely changed some stuff. And one side comment, since we're talking about Chelsea as a whole, is I think the comparison between Enzo and Cole Palmer in terms of where they play, because Enzo actually plays better in Cam, but
Like
Palmer
10
plays in the
number
10.
position,
Yeah, it's the problem. So when Enzo gets dropped back, he kind of has less freedom to push forward. But speaking of Cole Palmer, it's been unfortunate this season because he's been dealing with a nagging
Injuries,
groin
yeah.
injury.
See, now that was my next point. Do you think Rose Senior will help him bring that spark back that we saw last season?
I feel like he's been doing good. Like he's definitely not looking as confident on the page like as last season.
Yeah.
But he's been slowly getting into it. Like whenever he's on the page, like he definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, you still see those moments of Cole Palmer magic. You just haven't been seeing it as consistently as previous seasons.
But to be honest, in my opinion, like I think the best player right now is like a Savao. Like whenever he's on the pitch, like
the thing is, they don't give him enough minutes as they should, though. Is the thing, if you were to put him that high, so it's kind of difficult. So if you were saying like Esteval's side, the players who consistently play, like Enzo, you could probably say he's the best player just because he's regularly playing the full 90. He's regularly out there, and it seems like, shout out to him, because he seems like he's always coming up with the clutch goals.
he is like he's been doing very and not just like goals, like the way he plays too. Like he looks like a proper winger. Like he cuts inside, like he goes behind the defenders, like he makes those like moves with his feet, and like he's very skillful, like dribbling skills.
You mean
like,
Esteval?
really good.
Esteval, right?
Esteval,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's definitely one of those players. When you see him even touch the ball, you're like, you start to jump up on your feet, right?
Yeah, you would definitely think going 1-on-1 with him like at least once, like before you do it. Other player like who had or like has really good impact is like Cucurella. I really like him as a left back.
You're gonna put up.
I'm just gonna say
You're gonna put up a whole nother drama. Now we have to go into the Chelsea West Ham where he got absolutely.
that's true. It was like last 2 minutes, and like it was West Ham's fault. Like there was no need for that to be that physical by West Ham.
I saw Adama turn around and come running. I would be scared.
I think he's just really overrated. I think
Cucurella
is very overrated.
I think he's underrated actually. As a left back, I think he's one of the best left backs right now in the world.
Since you have.
But we're not doing player comparisons right now.
I know we went off a whole another thing. I think technically, if you think he's overrated, if you think he's underrated, then in a way you could say he's fairly rated. Just meet in the middle.
You're gonna take the neutral side.
Always.
Push the fire extinguisher right there.
Name you 5 better left backs than him.
I never said like. See, I don't know why you always think that I put him like right away on the top
You just
3 or
basically
like.
put him on a pedestal right now.
Yeah, but I just said like one of the best in the world.
I want to go 1v1 with him, and I want to pull him down by his hair.
Oh,
and
you'll chill.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty hungry for you to pull him down, just like that.
This was not. This was not. Where did this come from? Random Cucurella, but
no, because he's so overrated, and he's such a. I don't know. You know what? For any of our viewers who are, let's say, hockey fans, you'll understand my reference. He's like the Brad Marchand of.
I don't understand it.
So Brad Marchand is a player who used to play for the Boston Bruins, who now plays for the Florida Panthers. He's a Canadian hockey player, very skilled hockey player. Same thing with Cucurella. I'll give him that. He's very skilled at what he does. But he's a nuisance. Like, he causes problems. He causes controversy. Like, you see the way he plays and how everyone just attacks him.
But like, there are so many players like this. Like, you can just there are.
You don't hear that like Cucurella.
I mean, Casemiro, like the whole Real Madrid team.
That's
the whole Real Madrid
that's a
team.
crazy
Come
comp,
on.
I can't lie.
Compare that. You can't even compare to what.
Then usually I try and help you, but as a crazy comp, I can't lie.
Man, no.
I get it.
Casemiro, you can't even compare to Cucurella. Cucurella is
Speaking of Casemiro, like, he's been getting into his old touch, I would say.
No look assist recently.
The goal, the header recently in the last game.
That's one thing I will say. Recently, the Manchester United corner tactics have been really favoring. He seems like to be a target in the box, and that's what a lot of Prem teams are doing. They have a specific target target man in the box, like Crystal Palace, which we'll get on to later. When Gahey was there, who was now recently moved, he was a target man, but now I believe it looks like they're switching to Chris Richards as their target man.
I just don't like, and I really feel for Crystal Palace's manager, Glasner, because I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. But the way like they're dealing with Crystal Palace after like selling all those players. Like they started the season so good.
It's crazy. First Olise, then Eze, now Gahey. Yeah, but it's crazy.
And Mateta. Did you hear about the Mateta thing?
Oh yeah, Mateta.
Yeah, they sold Mateta too, and then deadline day injury canceled his transfer. Why are you so shocked now?
What?
So again, sorry viewers. Like it's almost when this episode comes out, the NBA trade deadline's probably gonna pass. But Jared McCain to the Thunder for a first round pick.
Oh, well, that's like, a good one.
So like the dominoes are falling. Okay.
But I'm just gonna, before we move on, I'm just gonna say, but you can see the difference between the teams, right? The Thunders. The decisions that's what I'm saying. The decision making for the last few years. And then Mavericks.
I think we gotta do another
basketball.
Viewers, I think we need a special basketball episode.
Be prepared. Next week we're doing basketball. That's crazy. Continuing.
Moving on.
Let's reel back in.
Yes, we were.
Continue.
I think
might as well continue with Manchester United. Michael Carrick.
Yes, Manchester United stick back on
him. About that?
5-game winning streak.
Carrick, honestly, the way he dealt with us, it was honestly impressive, because I know even the comparison between him and Amram, simply Amram was very much stick to the formation that he liked, which was the 3-4-3. Towards the back half, we saw that he was trying to switch to the 4-back, but even then it was a little bit suspect in the defense. But Carrick, man, the way he was able to ruthlessly make those changes, bringing Cunha on, that was a big impact they made. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, this guy, he has a creative mind. Like he doesn't
Cunha
care.
is such a good player.
Exactly.
Like, I felt like no one has yet like used him correctly, but he's showing what he can do.
Yeah,
like his volleys are so good. He's been scoring like through volleys so much and outside the box.
He only scores
so much.
bangers.
Yeah,
like, and I'm not gonna lie, as an Arsenal fan, when I saw him bring out the stanky leg, I was oh my, you don't even know. I'm like, turn off the TV. But no, honestly, he's definitely an incredible player. He's one of those maverick players, as we saw, comes on, changed the game. And he's, in these recent matches, he's been showing why they bought him from Wolves and why he's such a talented player.
and Kyle's gonna hate me again, but one of the rare guards for Manchester United in like so many years now, and then this season especially, Harry Maguire.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't hate Harry
Maguire's-
No,
He's
I'm not
just
saying.
irrelevant.
You're gonna hate me saying that.
No, Harry Maguire's definitely been holding it down. I remember when he was the scapegoat for a long period of time, and then
I still think he is.
and then after, okay,
See?
and then
think
then after,
I'm
then
not saying
after,
he's the problem or he's the reason that Manchester United, when
But-
they lose, it's his fault, or like he's the fault of the problem. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I think that he has been a part of a lot of controversial, let's say, plays or things that have happened that have
Yeah.
involved him that have caused them to not gain,
Yeah.
let's say, full points or just get, let's say, a point from a match.
Yeah.
But when you look at things, especially during the rough periods and when he recovered afterwards,
Mhm.
one of the most underrated parts of the game, I think, is the leadership that he brings to the team. And especially during that turmoil Man United period, something that they were lacking was that leadership experience, and that's
Yeah.
something he brought.
And he's
forward
been
to the table.
consistent like throughout the years. Like he's been there for it feels like he's been there forever.
Yeah, I know, but he previously he was at Leicester, but ever since being at United, it's like
Oh,
as
yeah,
you said,
and-
that history's
and
been
Did he
erased.
win the- did he
Yeah,
win the
yeah, he
title
was in the
when he
winning
at
team.
Leicester?
Yeah, he was in the winning team.
No.
That 2016. He wasn't there in
No, he wasn't
2016.
because it was Huth and Wes Morgan at the back. It wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't Maguire.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Thought so.
Yeah. For viewers,
I really
I
thought
had
he
to know
was.
that because I think even though again I've been watching Prem good bit that season, I think that season was the most I've ever watched the Prem because I was honestly happy for Leicester, when they
Leicester? Oh,
when
yeah.
they went on
That
run.
was a good run, Vardy.
Yeah.
That Vardy,
Yeah, Vardy,
that
Mahrez.
2016 Vardy.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a
Damn.
player.
Okay, now, how long do we think Arne Slot has with this Liverpool side? Because I think at this point he's like a 1 or 2 really bad loss, or like let's say a loss to a really, like, let's say a bottom
Yeah.
club from being sacked.
I feel like because of Liverpool, the way the management is and everything, I feel like at least they're gonna give because they know they're not gonna win the league for sure. At this point, like you would know.
Yeah.
On the bright side,
Dude.
Words is playing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
word
yeah.
says, you know what,
He's
we
been
that's something we
That's
definitely
true.
should address
That's
because
true.
I know in our earlier episodes we were like, we're not too sure how Words is going to perform, but he has been performing better recently, so we definitely have to give him props for that. Him and Ekatike, that link up
Oh.
has been elite.
Also,
Am
because
I-
we're playing, talking about player signings as well, I think Eketika is one of the best signings.
Am I a
Of
horrible
this season?
idiot for being happy with how this Isak transfer is going?
Oh yeah, no.
Am I
I love seeing him on the bench. I just love seeing him on the bench.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh
This
my
guy had
Nah,
a
you can't
phenomenal
say that.
season with my Newcastle Magpies. All of a sudden, I want to go bigger and better. I want Champions League football. We're in Champions League still. I don't
Yeah.
understand. And okay, like I don't pray any injury or bad malice on somebody, but the
Mhm.
way that you've set yourself up for your career and now how it's going,
Mhm.
I'm happy. I'm
That's
happy for
that's a little bit crazy, but we talked
The
about
thing is, like Liverpool just signed a defender for 60 million.
it was Jeremy
Jack-
Jacquet,
Yeah,
who they
Jack-
actually
Jacket.
hijacked that transfer from Chelsea because Chelsea also wanted him, but Liverpool came in and swoop in. To be honest,
I don't know. I don't like that signing because like they already have, and like it just putting more pressure on Konate, right? He's been doing so good lately. I know he didn't start the season as good, but lately he's been doing good on that
Yes.
center half.
He's definitely performed better. I forgot which game it was. It may have been that same last game where he
I know
recently
that
returned.
there was also like because I was watching the game and it was like Konate played such a good game. He also scored in the last game, I think.
Yeah, he scored in the last game,
But
which
like his some of
father, I believe it was, passed away.
Yes,
Rest
so,
in peace.
yeah, rest
to
in
him.
peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, but like Liverpool spent so much money this season and then nothing.
The thing about Jeremy Jacquet is he's set to arrive in the summer, so he's not coming in this window. But
I guess
we'll definitely see what happens. But I agree with Kanade playing better recently. Before we move on, because I know we've already tried to transition into players, I think we should go international.
I have like three quick managers that I want to talk
Okay,
about too.
go ahead.
I think they're pretty controversial. So let's move over to the Spanish league.
That's what I was just gonna move on to. If you let me finish, I was gonna move. That's why I said move international.
He's
to
doing the
Real
segue.
Madrid.
He's
But
doing the
go ahead.
segue. Keep going.
Go ahead.
So
my
talking about
goodness.
Xavi Alonso.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
I
talk
need to know
about.
what happened because he came in. I think what did they win their first couple games and then all of a sudden everything went downhill from there and like I think he lost the room, lost the locker room.
Well, it's Real Madrid. You're always gonna have that big expectations. These guys, most of the time, they're like, "Oh, Champions League all bust. Oh, Premier League all bust."
But
I mean,
did you
La
know
Liga
like he
bust,
had
sorry, La
the
Liga
highest
bust.
second or third highest
Okay.
winning rate out of the last 10 managers,
Yeah.
Yeah,
including like Ancelotti and Zidane and everything. He had like 73% or something like that.
interesting.
Now
Everyone else was like around 60, 65, something, whatever.
now
Yeah.
bringing in Arbeloa, their former right back. How do we feel about that? though? 'Cause,
honestly,
like, I'm confused about that. Like, I understand a lot of these clubs like to bring in players who past players who end up, when they're done their careers, staying with the team and
Knows the
becoming
club inside and
coaches
out,
Yeah.
kind of.
training
Yeah.
staff or whatever the case may be. But like, I understand trying to keep it in the club
yeah,
because obviously, again, Arbeloa played with the team, won various Champions Leagues, and has the obvious, understands the style of play and
yeah,
kind of the foundation of how this team plays and how they run.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not saying he's a terrible manager because obviously it's still fresh. But like, I haven't seen as much of an impact as like Carrick came in,
Yeah.
made an impact.
Oh.
Rose Senior came in, made an impact, kind of thing. So it's like,
Well, yeah, I'm unsure. It wasn't a good look losing to Albacete. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
for sure.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you come in and there's no impact.
And I would definitely prefer like Alonso for sure.
Yeah, no.
Over
Yeah,
him.
I don't
Over
know.
him.
I think the thing is that what they realized about Alonso, he's not necessarily a tournament manager, and there are tournament managers in a sense because he with Leverkusen, yes,
Yeah.
he did do all of those accomplishments again. Props to him. But when we reached on to the biggest of stages in the Europa League final, Adamel Lookman put them to shambles. But again, I'm just saying that
But-
in Real Madrid you have high expectations. So
Yeah, but
they're
you
quick to
know
kick you
who
out.
I agree with. Like I was watching after one of the Champions League games. I was watching how the Jamie Carragher, Thierry Henry, and like
yeah.
Micah, like they
Yeah,
have
man.
their whole Sky thing going on.
Yeah.
So like I think Thierry Henry said that he was coaching more than managing,
Mhm.
and I kind of agree with that.
Mm.
Because at that level, like players know what they're doing and like coaches know what they're doing. Kind of, you don't want to go to player by player and tell them what to do. Yeah, at Leverkusen it was different because you don't put Leverkusen on the tier list of Real Madrid,
Yeah.
I guess, or at the same level.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was a different team. You have to adapt with the team, like which team you're working with.
Definitely, especially with a lot of strong personalities in that dressing room.
Yeah, and attitude too. Like players will have attitude. Like Mbappe will have attitude
No.
because he is a good player and he's been playing good this season at all.
Yeah, no.
So
100%. They've just it's been difficult. So a lot of people are saying they basically have two left wingers.
and
Vinny
I personally like
Mbappe.
don't like changing management in mid season
Yeah,
or like
I agree.
at all. But I guess sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I guess.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And that ended up leaving. Speaking of, unless you have do you have another manager before I move on to players?
Two more, so you can make it quick though. But speaking of Leverkusen, it's just funny how Xabi Alonso left Leverkusen to go to Madrid,
Mm-hmm.
and then Ten Hag came in and instantly got sacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's a director, I believe it is, at one of the Eredivisie clubs. I believe it's Utrecht. I could fact check that. But I think he's a player director at Utrecht at the moment,
So
Eredivisie
can
club.
we all agree he's just not a good manager? or is he just, or is
Oh,
or
technical
can-
director of FC20. That was
Yeah, so can we say he's just not manager material, or are we just thinking he had
Hey.
bad spells?
it.
I-
He had his moments.
Yeah.
I will say
I'm
he
gonna
had
go
his
to my
moments.
point again. Like sometimes it's just about adapting. Like, see, Ten Hag did so good with Ajax,
Exactly.
and then he came to the big leagues, and then he just. Sometimes it's about mentality. Sometimes it's about like adapting
Yes.
to the club and club mentality as well. Like every club is different. Every club wants to play differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So,
and then my last
it-
manager
Mm.
I want to talk about, because we got to move on to signings, because we got some pretty crazy signings.
Do you have Angie?
Um,
Angie somewhere? Angie?
What?
Porte? I still don't know how to pronounce his name. Tottenham. Who was Tottenham's?
Oh,
Uh,
Ange Postecoglou.
Postecoglou.
Oh, yeah, that's actually
33
big,
days.
Yeah, that's a big one. If you didn't,
For
they
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, they
not
actually
Tottenham.
they actually ruined his reputation, because this guy comes in, wins a trophy for Tottenham, which they haven't seen in a while, and that's just not me being an Arsenal
But
fan.
at the
That's just
same
a
time,
fact.
I kind of.
Yes, they finished 17th, but a better team than Nottingham Forest could have probably used them.
I mean, the
Like,
new manager is not really doing so good. So, like,
Thomas Frank.
I think it's just a Tottenham problem.
Potentially, but totally.
and then my last manager, French legend Patrick Vieira,
Mm.
was the coach of Genoa in Syria,
Mhm.
and was sacked relatively quickly after an 11-game stint as gaffer
Mhm.
with a 2-3-6 record. Genoa was not a bad side for the Italian league.
Yeah.
They're not great, but they're not bad.
Yeah.
So
it's-
coming in, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm talking about in terms of having, like, he wasn't part of Genoa in terms of like a historical player or whatever.
Yeah.
But like having past professional players, yes, they've played the system, they understand the game, they've played in different leagues throughout their career, so they obviously understand different styles of football. But like, you can't. I get like a lot of these players who retire, they go in, they get their coaching licenses because they want to keep coaching, or sorry, they want to keep in the in the game, and they want to stay with clubs. But like, I just feel like a lot of these clubs need to really do research when it comes to hiring their managers, instead of just being like, oh, you're a French legend, or you're a this legend, and you scored this many goals, and this is what you're iconic for. Come coach our team. And then when they do shit, they go, oh, well, we paid you a couple million. Now you can
Yeah, but I
I
understand what
on the way out.
I understand what you mean. In summary, a good player doesn't always equal a good coach.
Yeah.
Because we've seen
absolutely.
Because we've seen it time and time again. We saw it with Rooney. We saw it with Gerrard. We saw it with so many people. But players people are hoping that they end up getting the luck of the draw and end up with a Zidane.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Because
even like a final point again before talking about this topic, like the whole with Man United. Well, yeah, I think Carrick now is going to probably be the manager. But at one point before they brought Carrick in, and before they were thinking about what was going on, they were thinking about bringing back Ole back.
yeah, Ole at the wheel. Ole at the wheel.
Like, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't work the first time. What would the second time do? Even though he's doing well on whatever club he's at, I forget what club he's at.
Wasn't it
know.
Besiktas?
Well,
But
while
it was
you're
just
looking,
being temporary.
hot take.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Messi or Ronaldo would be a good manager or coach. What do you think?
I think Ronaldo would be more than Messi.
I think
I could see that.
Ronaldo-
Would be more
Yeah.
like.
I think I could see
I
Ronaldo
don't
doing
think
that.
As much as
it was
Messi's a very
Besiktas.
patient player, I don't think he's a patient coach.
I know.
I don't think he would be that one that be on the side and be patient with his play.
Mhm.
Ronaldo, as you can see, like after he got injured during the 2016 final against France, he was very supportive in terms of helping the players, keep their mentality going with the game playing, and actually, I would say was probably one of the big reasons to help us secure that Euro Cup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
No,
Yeah.
I'll
But
definitely remember that
sometimes you
moment.
need that aggression and passion to show it out, not just like keep it inside and like do it
Yeah.
on the pitch, but like show it out as well.
which is why I believe.
Which is like I've seen that Messi doing with Argentina, but like not anywhere else. And like I don't know.
Argentina either. I don't think.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's. I don't. It's not that he's not coach material. I just don't think he's set to be a coach.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
anything-
agree with that.
He could be like a. I don't know. he could be like a coach, but not like one on the sideline. He could be like at practices, helping with,
He could.
developing youth talent and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
not calling the shots. He's
Yeah.
definitely not calling shots. Ronaldo, I can see calling shots, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this year with this World Cup, because this is our window for Portugal. I think that if they do win, it would be phenomenal for Ronaldo to win a World Cup before he retires. But I also think that even if he doesn't win well as a player, I think he could win one as either a manager of, let's say, Portugal. I could see him being a manager of Portugal within the future,
Yeah.
or even like some sort of like on the staff or on the board somehow,
Yeah.
part of that squad helping develop talent.
No, yeah. No.
Okay,
For sure.
So let's
Yeah.
move on to transfer signings. 'Cause
Yeah.
we got a lot.
Let's get started.
Got it. I wanna start with, because it's kind of funny, and I do like the transfer, because like it is a good transfer for Aston Villa. Like Tammy Abraham.
You tell me. No, Aston Villa just brought back everybody. Like, yeah, Douglas Luiz. Let's
Not
go
even
back.
that. It was
Tammy
just
Abraham,
funny.
come
Like
back.
Besiktas, like literally did the whole transaction
yeah,
for
that-
like
yeah, I
a
know what
day,
you're
and then
talking about.
Aston Villa like, nope,
Yeah.
we got it.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was so
Yeah.
funny. He was like on two teams in one day.
Besiktas and all the like BR Sports, BR Football, and like all the social media giants, and like everyone did the Besiktas post, and then next day he was added to Aston Villa. So I just wanted to start with that, because it was just like funny.
Yeah, no, but we could even stay with Aston Villa.
It's
'cause
just
they
it's just
did do a
crazy,
lot.
like at this day and age, like how much money can like interfere and then make a difference.
But it was just I don't
just
know.
crazy.
I did see that. That was funny, to be fair. And they did bring back, as I previously mentioned, Douglas Luiz as well. So yeah, Aston Villa was just like, you know what, let's bring back the whole band together. They even recalled Leon Bailey from loan. And then funnily enough, they sent Mal into to Roma,
Yeah.
who Leon Bailey was previously a part of. But yeah, I think you know what? I won't go with the biggest just yet, but I'll definitely start off with a strong one. Gehi to City. That's big signing.
That's
What
a
do we
good move.
think?
I feel like City
Yeah.
made some good moves, but at the same time, they just have so many players.
Yeah, they do.
When they're
Yeah.
gonna come back from injuries, they're gonna be like, so what are we doing now?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but Gehi was definitely needed considering where their center back position is in currently. It's just if I was in the
I
position
mean, Diaz
of
is a really big loss for them. Like
No,
he was like a center pivot. So
100%. Just if I was in the position of Liverpool, I would be crying
Oh yeah,
because that was supposed to be your guy,
yeah,
and seeing him go to
then-
City,
yeah.
yeah, that's not it. And then I was saving him for the latter half as the big kabang. Semenyo to City.
Yo, that kid,
Yeah.
that's
And he instant impact too.
Yep. He,
4 goals so far. 3 goals, 3 or 4 goals. I'm pretty sure.
honestly, I wish Arsenal would have signed him. That would have been a sick signing, but
You don't
I
need
know.
more players.
Yeah, that left wing position, he would have slotted right in.
Trossard is playing so good. I would
Trossard is
definitely play
playing good,
Trossard.
but Semenyo would have been an upgrade over Trossard. Anyhow, Semenyo, he incredible, to be honest, because he has the strength, but he also has the two-footedness, and then when you think he's gonna cut inside on the other foot, I'm gonna just use the other foot and finish. Like, this guy's two-footedness is probably one of the best I've seen in recent times.
So
like
would you
one of
say
the best
he's, like, a
signings.
better at Adama Traore?
I mean,
Physically,
I
no.
don't. I don't.
Because he's definitely stronger. Adama Traore. I'm
Yeah,
talking
Adama's
about.
stronger.
But skill wise, I would say like Semenyo is definitely better.
To be honest, I don't.
Obviously, I know.
I don't even think at this point we could bracket them in the same category.
No, I don't think we
because-
I'm
can.
not bracketing
Yeah,
them in
and-
the same category. You know what I'm trying to say though.
Yeah. The
You
same-
think it's top
same-
5?
Same.
Yeah, there you go.
same type of archetype you're trying to say, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
the archetype of a player.
Well, yes, Semenyo. I
Yeah.
mean, Adama wish
Definitely a good
he was
signing, yeah.
Semenyo, but yeah, definitely two good signings from City. Now moving on, we'll stay in the attack. Actually, one of the more recent ones, Jürgen Strand Larsen to Crystal Palace. What are our thoughts about that?
Who?
Yeah, that's to tell you how some may say
But
irrelevant
I've heard good things about him,
the
though.
transfer window, the January transfer window was. If we're getting a who from one of the biggest signings, Jorgen Strand Larson, right? But he has been disappointing this season for Wolves, so it'll be interesting to see how he adapts to that Crystal Palace system. But for on Crystal Palace's bright side, he was performing very good
Yeah.
last season for Wolves. But some may argue it's really 50-50 because he did perform good last season for Wolves, but Wolves did last season have Cunha, and that did create a lot of more opportunities for everyone around Cunha in that Wolves team.
I mean, from Crystal Palace's point of view, it's just like straight swap because Mateta is now injured, so
Yeah.
it's just gonna he's definitely gonna get game
This
time.
guy, how much
And
money did he
100
get?
49
50
point
million?
49
50
point
million.
yeah.
He's the most average player that I've seen.
basically.
Yeah,
He's so average.
Uh,
Who?
well, they had to find a replacement for Mateta, and they
And
decided.
that was it?
Yeah,
He's
that
young,
looks like
he's 20.
that-
He's
that looks
not
like
25.
that looks like the option they're going for because he did have double-digit return, I believe it was last season, for Wolves. So they
He's
will
played
say,
22 matches. All he has is a goal and assist.
yeah, I'm talking
50
about
million.
last season. Last season, yeah,
14 goals, 5 assists in
Yeah.
38 matches.
yeah, last season in the Prem, yeah, those were his stats. This season, as I said previously, he hasn't been performing up to those type of standards. But you also have to
And-
recognize that Wolves, in general, hasn't been playing their best this season. Even though in recent times, they've been performing better in some ways, at least definitely in comparison to how the season started.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mani of Wolves.
Yeah.
He's been the bright
been
spot
there, yeah.
for them.
You
No-
know, you know the other player I want to talk about is Conte.
Yes, to Fenerbahce actually.
Yeah.
Yes, that was an interesting
That
one.
was an interesting one
Yes.
because, like, I don't know what was going on in the club, but there were definitely some tension, and he definitely didn't want to stay at the club.
Well, but to be honest, Super League's a pretty solid option, and going to one of the big teams in Turkey, that's good on him.
Yeah.
You know, got the bag and then left.
I
That's-
guess, yeah,
that's-
from like his
that's-
perspective, yeah, like that was a
Speaking of
good
the
deal
Turkish league,
for
Conte
sure.
to Fenerbahce.
That's Yo,
I'm
this
so
guy's
invested
such a
in
troll.
basketball right
He's-
now.
he's
I'm
still
so
recovering.
sorry.
This
I'm
guy's
still
so
recovering.
slow.
That's
I'm
such a
recovering.
troll. Right.
I need to understand, okay, as a person from Toronto who wants to support, Toronto teams and the city you're from, the sports teams. What the hell are we trying to do? Giving 18 million to John Sargent from Norwich? I need to understand that. We gave two players, two Italian players. Bernardeschi was not the problem, by the way. It was more Insigne. But so we gave two Italian players almost $15 million contracts, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Waste of money.
Mhm.
Now we have money back because we've been loaning off players, sending off players for general allocation money, yada yada yada. We have some spots now for also designated players and like international spots. Why are we going for this American failure?
To be fair to Josh Sargent and Toronto FC, he has been performing well for Norwich. So it's not
He's
like
an American failure, though.
He's not like it's not like they signed a bag of wet chips.
No, they didn't sign him. We haven't signed him. We're like hammering interest, saying we want to give you 18 million.
But it's not gonna be. I'm sure it won't be the worst signing in the world. But,
Yes, it will be because
no.
TFC need to understand that. Listen, since we lost Giovinco, Altidore, Vasquez, like old Vasquez, not Vasquez now, old Vasquez, and all those players that we had before, like Osorio's not even himself anymore because he's getting older. I think he needs to go. I love Osorio like to death. Like he's been one of the pioneers of the team growing up and as this club has developed. But I think it's just time to I think it's like one of those times where we need to actually genuinely just blow up the team. Keep a couple, 3-4 players and build around them and develop and properly develop. Because we're getting to a point now where we've only won one MLS championship. We won that treble in 2017. And I get it. There are some clubs that haven't even won anything or haven't been close to anything.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not, especially as a city of Toronto, we're not a club that just we're not like a sports city that just, likes the bare minimum. We need to push for more.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
feel like we could take that money and go somewhere else with it. Like, look, um, like we said, Stefan Estacchio, LAFC. That would have been a great midfielder for us if we brought him here to TFC.
Mm-hmm.
James Rodriguez is going to Minnesota FC. Signing for Minnesota. That's a
big.
great veteran player
That's big.
that
is
we
big.
could have maybe gave him what, $2-3 million. He would have been happy and played here, and we have a solid midfielder that's a free kick specialist, can move the ball, and yeah, he might not be the same old James Rodriguez that we know from, shout out
2014 year.
2014, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
all these
sign.
teams are making, they're making moves for players that are a lot older. And, you got Miami, who I still don't know how they're getting away with this. I know it's just money, but they're getting away with it. And having Rodrigo De Paul.
Yeah.
Suarez is probably on his last legs.
Probably
but like Messi
Alba.
and Alba and
Busquets.
Busquets. And, like, those guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're making these moves, and it's working.
Yeah.
We're, like, picking some guy from third division Croatian league because he had one good season in the third division Croatian league, and we're giving him 5-6 million as a designated player, and he comes here and
Well, some people just know how to use their resources more wisely, I guess you could say. But funnily enough, I did see the most recent breakdown of that MLS thing being you could use the designated players in a multitude of ways. You could have 3 designated players and 3 U22 contracts, or you could have 2 designated players and 4 U22 contracts. So that's to add a little context there about the designated players aspect. But moving back, because I know we were talking about the quote unquote bottom feeder teams in the Prem right now, with Wolves at least, where Strand Larsen was moving from. Lucas Paqueta going back home to Flamengo, 42 million. What are our thoughts?
That's a good thing.
That's a good. I
You know
mean,
what? Brazilian league has always been a fun watch.
yeah.
It's just adding more, and I think they're getting to that point also where they're getting more eyes on their league and their games, so they're developing more money. They're bringing more money in, which not even just allows players like to bring in like better talent, but it allows more funding to allow better quality football to come in and play.
Conor Gallagher going to Spurs. I say that in terms of being a Chelsea boy through and through, and you go to one of their fiercest rivals in Spurs is kind of a bad look in my opinion.
Wait, Conor Gallagher's on the Spurs right now?
Yeah.
Wasn't he playing at Atleti?
Yeah. This was happened in this transfer window. He went from Atletico Madrid to Spurs. Yeah, this happened. Yeah.
I'm out of the loop.
Okay,
cut the podcast. I quit. I'm clearly not. I'm joking. I'm clearly not in the loop of anything. Why am I?
No, you're all good. But yeah, Conor Gallagher as a player, definitely a good sign because he's an all action 8 in that midfield. He's a workhorse, and that's why he honestly worked perfectly in that Atletico Madrid's this transfer window.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they got another player, Atletico Madrid.
Adam Lookman.
Yeah.
Yes, Adam Honestly, I like that signing again.
I like that signing.
I would have loved him for Arsenal, to be honest. And I'm not just saying that.
love every player for Arsenal.
I'm not just saying that for every player for us. I'm just saying because of it would have been another attacking versatility.
This was actually
because
recent.
because Adam Lookman, he could play on the left or he could play through the middle. But honestly, I think that's a great signing for Atletico Madrid. Another person to potentially go alongside Julian Alvarez or even come off the bench and replace Alvarez. So yeah, great signing on there and 100%.
Going back to Chelsea earlier, so Sterling cut his contract.
Yes.
Declined it. What do you call it? They
mutual termination. Yes.
There's a lot of noise happening where apparently he's going to, I don't know what country they're from, Karabag or
Karabag. I don't know. He was actually, what happened was I don't think that's gonna happen. It could happen, but he was actually reportedly supposed to go to Union Berlin. But the problem that Sterling is facing is he wants to stay in England. Why? Because he has all his family there and kids there, and honestly, that makes the most sense. Family guy, and I'm glad he's putting that as priority. But the thing is, if any team in England currently wants him, is the problem. Because if he opens up his specs and opens up his viewing to other countries across the world, then it will be much easier for him to get a move.
He could probably still stay in the. Okay. Let me rephrase that. I don't think he's the same player he used to be, obviously, because he's older.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see him still playing for a Prem side, maybe in the lower part of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like in a, I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a
Maybe
look.
like Fulham or something
Oh,
like David
yeah,
is.
like
Fulham,
Saudi,
like
Speaking of Fulham, they made a signing.
Fulham's on like I feel like they're on the come up a little bit. They're like
oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like his experience would like benefit them. Like
maybe
the way
like,
they're
yeah, I know
maybe
what you
like
mean.
a Burnley.
the way they're playing,
Or
like
like a
his experience would
Leeds.
like benefit Fulham
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
A, like
like
a
his teams like
Burnley
that.
or
Or
Yeah.
like let's say talk about Crystal Palace. Like
no.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe
Yeah.
maybe Crystal Palace, like something like that. I feel like that he
It
he
is.
can make his way there,
Mhm.
but I don't think. I just don't think he has it anymore that he used to. And
Yeah.
even then, back in the day, like even when he was playing like at top flight with Chelsea, I still don't think he was that. Not that he
Ooh.
wasn't that skilled, but I
Mhm.
don't think he was that player that everyone like oohed and awed about. Like,
Yeah.
I just think he was just an average winger with just a lot of pace, could dribble, and like even right now, what's his name, Garnacho.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
fired Garnacho, the guy who signed Garnacho
Uh-huh.
or looked for Garnacho, who scouted him.
Yeah.
Apparently, just recently got fired from Chelsea. So
That's
that should just show you right there, like the kid's just all drama and flair, but like he's
mhm.
yeah.
not
That's
anything. He's not anything special.
he
That's-
he reminds me of fuck. Damn, well, I don't want to say the swear word, but I forgot his name. Who I think he was in Manchester United, and Anthony.
Anthony. Oh,
Okay, but the
no.
thing with Anthony,
Anthony's
the thing with
actually good
Anthony
now.
is Anthony was good.
Was he
Where did he play?
Was
where
he
did
though?
he play before Man U again? I'm trying to
Ajax.
remember.
Ajax.
Yeah.
He was balling at Ajax. He came to United. I don't think he fit the system. But the problem was is he had an ego too, so that was the
Yeah.
problem. When he came here and he didn't fit the system and didn't perform, his ego was just like whatever, and he just acted up. And then even when he scored his first goal at Man U, he acted like he was just like almost like Ronaldo kind of thing. Like, it was just like just that ego kind of came out.
Mm.
But like if you see when he went to Betis, he
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he,
but-
he's
I think he was
performing
just
there.
I think it was just the Man U system didn't work.
Yeah, he's
And, yeah.
yeah, he's like a king in Betis. But just to rattle off some more here, Kareem Benzema staying in the Saudi League but going to Al Hilal.
Al
Hilal, yeah.
Yep, that's an upgrade there in Saudi.
What was his
And-
name? Sorry, Youssef El Nassari from Morocco
Yeah.
went to Al Ittihad. So he went to
Mm.
Benzema's old team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just some more to rattle off here. Some loan deals. Actually, Ethan Wanieri to Marseille.
Yeah.
He started
That's a
off
good one.
well.
That's actually a good one.
Hendrick
No,
to
I just
Lyon.
remembered.
For
Remembered.
Marseille.
Hendrick to Lyon.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's cooking.
That
Yeah.
proves this is why I love Madrid hate, and I love to hate Madrid.
Who?
Because,
Hendrick.
because
Oh,
of the
yeah,
fact
yeah.
that whenever a player leaves Madrid
I saw that.
and they go somewhere else, they
They
perform.
Yeah. I
And it's
know.
the same thing with United. Look, Greenwood, whatever happened, don't condone it, don't support it. But look, he left
Marseille.
United, bald.
Yeah.
Endrick didn't get 1 minute to play for Madrid because they're surrounded by stars. He went to Lyon, balling.
Mhm.
Absolute superstar. I'm telling you, it's these big clubs that bring in these players, these young players, and they just want to steal them from everybody because they're like, oh, he's going to be. But then they don't develop them properly, and then when they go to these teams, they develop.
Yeah.
I think
I love it.
I think the problem
I
is
love
like they
everything.
bring in the players and then they expect them to perform like
Yeah, straight away.
instead of training them and like kind of settling them in well, they just ask them to like, okay, we bought you for like 80 million or like we bought you for like 100 million.
exactly
Now go and
what-
perform.
That's what I'm saying. It's because like they exactly what I was saying because they it puts too much pressure on these players.
Yeah.
They come in and they're like, "Oh, I'm like 18 years old, Madrid. I'm playing for I'm playing for basically one of the biggest clubs in the world, one of the most prolific historical clubs in the world, and I get put on my first match. I don't score or I don't do anything huge in 15, 20 minutes, and now the whole media is looking at me like you're a flop, you should have stayed where
Yeah.
you were, you're terrible, and then it ruins your confidence, and then you don't train as hard or you train harder, but then you still don't, like, you don't make that break through the wall
Mm.
kind of moment, and then you just get shipped off somewhere, and then it's sad because then I know for a fact Madrid's kicking themselves because they're like, wow, we played him here. He didn't impact, but now he's playing there. He had a hat trick for Lyon for
Yeah.
Yeah,
crying out loud. And wasn't it in the Champions League too?
Nah,
Champions League,
it
not
was
Champions League.
No, I
Europa?
don't think so.
no, I don't know. It
I
wasn't.
don't think it was
Look up.
Champions
I
League.
think it was-
I'll
I
look
think
it up.
because I don't think they're in Champions League. I think they're in
was-
Europa.
It was against.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in Liga. I know his Liga performances well because
I
even
swear it was
even-
in Champions League or Europa
no,
League.
I don't remember Leon being in yeah, it's in Liga. Yeah, Leon only have Liga in this season. Yeah,
5-2
'Cause
against
remember-
Mets. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in
Mets.
Liga.
Because remember, Leon were actually, funny enough, they were in financial trouble. That's why I had to sell a whole bunch of players, including Ryan Cherky. But again, because I know we're closing down here, just to wrap up with some loan deals. A weird one that I saw, Ter Stegen going to Girona. That was a weird one.
I don't think it's a weird one. I
No.
feel like it was time to trust because there were so many issues going on, and then he wasn't getting playing time.
True, and you have Joan Garcia and Chesney. It's just weird seeing him outside of a Barca kit.
That's
Chesney-
true. It's
That's
weird
the
seeing.
reason I gave that the other goalie. Which is sorry.
It's,
It's my fun. It's my
Joan
team too,
Garcia.
and I'm-
John Garcia.
Yeah, giving him that like kind of like mentorship. I still think Ter Stegen should have been the one to do it. Like Chesney's not a bad goalkeeper, but Ter Stegen's been the one that's been there longer, and I feel it should have been the thing.
But like
And going along,
Girona's POV,
no,
it's a
Girona is not
great
bad.
signing.
Yeah, great signing
for a
them,
loan deal. It's a
100%.
great signing.
100%.
Yeah.
Great signing for them. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, again, this could be fact checked, but I'm pretty sure, and I did saw it, so I'll say it confidently for now. Barca's still paying their wages, even though he's out on loan, which is a bit of a mad thing. And then one more loan deal I want to mention, just because I know we were mentioning Aston Villa earlier. Actually, we did mention this, so my mistake on that. But one that I did slide in there, but we didn't talk about as much, was the Oscar Bob to Fulham, which I think is a great signing for Fulham, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Damn, Man City just dumped him, eh?
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, to be honest.
But that's what happens in the big clubs.
I
Like,
know, but
it's just
like,
crazy.
You see them do well, or they do like they have a good spell, and then like I get that Man City's like it's
Yeah,
Pep's last
yeah,
year, so he's trying to do trying to make the changes based off of what the board wants after he leaves, which is going through Marmouche, Holland, Cherokee, Reindeer.
Reinders.
Reinders, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking it's reindeers for some reason.
Some people call them that for
Christmas time,
jokes,
yeah.
but
But, but going through those guys, and it's like I don't know.
but yeah,
it's crazy.
Pep-
But and
like
that's
you
why,
get
like,
these young kids
and
and
I
you
get,
just
I,
dump
I get it. Arsenal, like,
Is
Eze
he-
to
he's
Arsenal
on
as
loan,
well.
right?
oh, for
Oscar Bob, or is it a full transfer?
no,
No,
transfer, yeah,
for transfer,
Full
yeah.
transfer, yeah.
That's why I don't like, and I get it.
Mhm.
Arsenal needs that as a thing,
Mhm.
but like that's why, like, he's not getting playing time.
Yeah, I know. It's
Everyone in the Arsenal, like, whenever they play Madueke is doing so good. They have Saka, they have Trossard, they have so many good players. Like, that's why. And when players like Eze don't get playing time,
Mhm.
they don't perform consistently.
Waste of talent.
Well, yeah, it's sad to see, but hopefully as he gets his more playing time eventually. But yeah, I think unless you guys want to talk about
When's Newcastle getting some players? When is that? When is that?
Money.
well,
When players want to play for us.
well, they did do big signs before, so they're probably like, let me cool down. But yeah,
I think
So,
our I think our
we're-
defense needs a bit of an upgrade. Our left back, our wing backs are fine.
Mhm.
I think our wing backs are fine.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Shar and Botman.
I really like.
Lusal,
Yeah.
Livramento.
Yeah,
Livramento is
I
pretty
think
good.
Shar and Botman are not terrible, but I think it's at the time that we need to start developing some young talent.
Well, you forgot Malik Tiao. Hopefully,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pronouncing
no,
that
he's
correctly.
He's a good
Tia's
player,
he's very
but you know what problem with is like you can see in the match when he loses confidence and make mistakes. Like there's like there are visible mistakes when he makes it. There are
Our front
Yeah,
line's
but I
fine.
think
Yeah.
but I think that's gonna happen, especially when he's
having
coming
Dan
to a
Burn
league. But
is like such a
been
big
done well.
difference now.
Yeah.
Last
Our
couple of
midfield's
games,
fine,
yeah.
Our front line's fine. Harvey Barnes is just the goat.
Ooh, Harvey Barnes.
Okay, before we finish, I this is just my hot take. So tell me, because you're a Newcastle fan. Do you think like they should invest in good center backs, but at the same time, do you think they should move Dan Burn to a central defensive position?
I like that idea a lot
Because
but I
he's fast, he's tall, he has a really good defensive minded.
fast.
He's dude. Have you seen run him like all the way from the
Yeah,
defensive line to like
but
all the
I
way
don't
to the
know
attack
about
line?
quick.
I get that he's
being
old.
being able to run and being agile are completely different things. I like that idea a lot, but I do think we need to invest in defenders.
Absolutely.
Just because we need to, like I said, our wing backs they're young, they're ready to go. Our forwards are fine with Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon, what's it called, Murphy, Voltimad, and
You also have Alanga and
Alanga is pretty. Alanga's like
our
defensive
midfield's
work rate is
fine
pretty
with
good
Joe
too.
Wellington, Sandro Tonali, and Bruno Guimaraes, and also with Willock too. That guy's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I think
Defense.
our center backs need a bit. I think we need a star, like not a star-studded, but like we need like a Gay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Mark Gay, kind of. Yeah.
Like a young guy in the back, solid on defense. Like even a Konate. Like you know what? If
Konate, decides to leave,
somehow it gets shipped off. I wouldn't mind swooping in, giving him, let's say 30-40 million, and bringing him.
I don't.
I would say.
Yeah, I don't think he would go there, but you never know.
No one wants that kind of
anyways, oh my!
That's all we have for today's episode, guys.
Let's wrap it up. And
You're
I'm tired.
Let's wrap it up. And he's sending it through.
Everyone's
This
tired.
is another Ball Over the Top podcast episode coming straight to you. It's been JB, it's been Kyle, and it's been Zen. And that's all we have for you. Correction. Blue
Peace
Jay.
out.
Okay then.